As the world falls away, and I can't find a reason. As the world turns to gray, it's killing me unwillingly, and I am just the same as you.
Somebody on the Brony websites actually has a prediction that Indigo Zap is going to be the villain of the other side. First of all, I completely doubt that that's really the case in the special that's coming out in 2019. I'm completely doubt that Indigo Zap is going to be the villain because it's impossible completely thinking about this way too much. Before I begin this, Indigo Zap is a female character who is part of the Shadow Bolts in friendship games. Now, by hearing her name, she's basically like Rainbow Dash, however, she isn't like Lightning Dash, who isn't over the top and completely dangerous stunts like that. She's just basically the person who wants to have the glory with her team and school. Now, I would have easily accept the ideals that Indigo Zap is the reason why all this is happening in the other side. However, if this is a way to introduce the minor characters into a major situation, then I completely doubt it. Because of several reasons that completely makes this prediction completely weak. For one thing, they were in cahoots with the principal Cinch, and they really think that if they have the magic, they may be able to beat Canterlot High. However, when they notice that the magic that caused all this situation that made Twilight Sparkle Midnight Sparkle, they know they made a mistake big time, and they know that it's a bad idea to do it. So watching this ideal of having Indigo Zap, I know I'm spelling her name wrong, but I'm trying, is going to be the villain of the next special because people say that she is unhappy that she isn't with her friends, then no, you're really overthinking this too much. I mean, at the end of friendship games, she was willing to help the other characters, including Canterlot High, so I completely found that doubtly. Especially that she's completely aware of the situation that happened. And besides, if she actually found the staff from the MLP movie, do you really think that she would ever completely use the staff for chaos? Because she saw what the magic can do with Twilight when she had that amulet thing around her neck, sorry I forgot her name. It caused a lot of trouble at the end of friendship games, and they were ashamed of themselves for what they did. Especially the fact that during one of the races that she was part of, she almost got into a hole due to the magic from Twilight's invention. So I think they pretty much know that they shouldn't have a situation to worry about in this case. I mean, in Indigo Zap, I think that she isn't the type of person to hang out a lot. I mean, she's more independent, unlike Rainbow Dash. Even though that Rainbow Dash is a friendly, respectful person who's with her friends, I think they're trying to make Indigo Zap completely different by being more independent instead of being with her friends. And besides, the Crystal Prep score is completely different than Canterlot High, and considering the fact that even after friendship games, nothing has changed, other than both schools won the friendship games. So, to be honest, I think that the people, when they say that she gets abandoned from the other girls, I think the reason is that she doesn't like dancing. I think the idea of why she didn't join the others is because she didn't like dancing. That's why she didn't help her students in the dance competition. I mean, and not only that, she was also part of roller coaster friendship with some person. Just because she's from Crystal Prep doesn't mean she hates everything. I mean, there are some Crystal Prep students who like some activities like roller coasters and beaches and other things. Crystal Prep isn't a school that is just permanently standard. It's supposed to. Students can do other things other than doing the same thing over and over again by school standards at Crystal Prep. And also the fact that that she could be the villain of the other side. Let me ask you this. Do you really think that someone might cause a lot of trouble on the cruise? Because it just doesn't feel right, to be honest. Because there's a lot going on in the other side. With the other girls trying to fix the ship and trying to get the sky back into normal, while Twilight Sparkle, Sunset Shimmer, Rainbow Dash are in Equestria trying to figure out a way to get back to the world. The tile is supposed to... Sorry, notification. The tile is supposed to show what the other characters are going through. And the other side of what they did is have the other characters be in the other world. And hey, and maybe there might be other characters who might go to Equestria if they're ever in this situation. Because people really want to see stuff like that. But then again, we still don't know, since all we know is that Rainbow Dash, Twilight, and Sunset are going to Equestria. Anyway, so Indigo Zap being the villain is just overthinking and completely. It will probably make the special really predictable because, well, if you haven't figured it out by now, unlike the Dazzlings, if Indigo Zap was part of this villain of not learning her mistakes, that would be 7 villains who have made the same mistakes again. And in my opinion, it's getting redundant. I mean, Sunset Shimmer the first time was acceptable. I mean, Equestria Girls was new at the time, so it's okay. Twilight Sparkle, they did it again, but, well, I think doing it again was probably something that Twilight didn't understand anything about magic completely. Glossio Daisy kind of goes a bit too far. I mean, it's starting to make me think that magic are drugs, basically, if they keep doing this over and over again. And when Jennifer Montage turns into a demon, you know things are just going to get more irritating and irritating. Believe me, I think that this forgiveness thing needs to move on. Now, when they did Wildflower Blush, they did different things. However, they didn't change the idea of forgiveness, because in my opinion the forgiveness thing being the answer to everything in the Equestria Girls is just really disappointing. I mean, the Dazzlings did something different just because they're from Equestria, and the sad thing is I think the only reason why Wildflower Blush and sorry I can't spell her name, Virgingia kept using this idea of not turning into a demon really makes Equestria Girls really sad and disappointing. And when Indigo Zap has the staff, it won't make a difference because she would turn into a demon, and then afterwards she'll be forgiven. It will get very old. At this point, I just don't want to see a villain in Equestria Girls, because at this point they did this forgiveness thing way too many times. And not only that, there's a lot going on in the other side. The stand, I think that since they don't have enough time to do all this, I think there could be a part of the shorts. I got a feeling that similar to Forgotten Friendship, they're going to have shorts based on the special, because they did the same thing with Forgotten Friendship with 9 beach shorts, and they could do the same thing here, considering the fact that those ideals like the hallways, the buffet, and the dog room, or whatever you call it. And the fact that they're going to be on this desert island. So I really doubt that having another villain will probably make things more complicated and painful to watch, especially for 44 minutes. I mean, when you have a story like Forgotten Friendship with one thing going on, well, technically two things if you talk about the villain, then it will probably work for the same thing for the other side. I mean, the reason why Roller Coaster Friendship was done poorly is because they didn't know how to fill up 44 minutes. They did nothing but shipping moments, which really ruins the special for me. However, Forgotten Friendship, they have one thing going on, and they add in the fan service that fans really want to see. I mean, to be honest, I think that the reason why they have shipping fuel in Roller Coaster Friendship is because they want to show that that Hasbro does pair up with Royalty and Applejack together in Equestria Girls. That's literally all I can think of. So, I highly doubt that if they're going to do the same thing again in the other side with Indulgio Zap, it would be very, very complicated and make the story way too predictable. At this point, I want to see the staff just causing havoc, and the other girls probably need some help from Princess Twilight and maybe Starlight Glimmer to help. That's what I want to see from the other side just by the title alone. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I might make more videos because I have other ideas about Flash Sentry. Even if you hate him, I still have other thoughts about him, but that won't be a video anytime soon. I have other videos. And I hope you comment down below on what you think about Indulgio Zap. That could be, but not really going to be the villain of the other side. I'm Lonely Fanboy 40 here, and I'll see you when I do my video on Triple H versus Brock Lesnar's Reign of Terror.